Okay guys, today we got a 2004 Dodge Grand Caravan. Been having some issues with some sticky door locks, so we'll hit the unlock button. Front door, passenger door, they're all intermittent. Usually it's been the back doors that are just sticky. So actually we can probably check it out here. So right now we're locked, and then watch, oh, you can't really see it too well, but that passenger rear door doesn't come up when I hit twice like it should. It'll just stay sticky there, and then eventually it'll come up. So that's an actuator issue. It's a door lock actuator. You got to pull the panel, you got to pull a couple what are they called, rods for the actuator, but that's what we're going to do today. So I'll go ahead and get some tools and we'll get in there and get started. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and got all my tools. Pretty much all you're going to need here, a couple body tools for some clips. You're going to need a flathead for some prying mainly, and then a Phillips for a couple screws that hold this door panel on. And I went ahead and grabbed some needle nose, because once we get to the clips that attach the rods to the actuator itself, it's easy to just kind of pop them up and pry them with some needle nose. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get to this door panel here. All right guys, so we're inside the van. That's one of the little pain in the butts about doing this job actually, is you gotta be inside the whole time to take this panel off. Once you have it mostly taken apart, you can actually open up the door and slide it out so you can work a little bit there, but it's easier to just have the whole door closed with you inside. So we're gonna go ahead and start by popping this panel off here. That's what I told you earlier, with a flathead. Careful not to chip it up. It's best to do if you have like a rubber one, but I'll be nice and gentle. So that pops off there. Better with two hands. All right, so we got that off. Now you're just gonna go ahead and grab your lock and twist it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So I'll twist that off and we'll do some more. Alrighty guys, so we got that unscrewed here. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab the panel right here. If you have that body tool like I was talking about earlier, it's better to just kind of poke your tip in there and pop out. But you can really just grab it right here and yank out, and then make sure that you get your lock out from the hole so we're not bending on the rod there. And then on the opposite side here, the top panel actually comes off. So you can grab that, or like I said, with your body tool, just prop her back. That's really all you need, and then the panel's gonna come off. So from this point, we're gonna go ahead and just start popping around all these body clips. Don't be afraid, there's not really much you can break in there. If you bust a body clip, they're about, I don't know, $6.99 for a pack of 12 at your local store. So right on down there. This one's actually for Grandma Ruth, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so she doesn't hear all those. Sorry, Grandma. Alrighty guys, so we got that pretty much stretched back here. You can see inside now. Let me grab my light. Down here, all those green pins, that's what we're popping out. So this is where that little tool comes in handy, that long body tool I was showing you earlier. You can stick it down. If I can hold my light and my body tool at the same time. You can kind of just stick it down there. I'm gonna need two hands for this, but you'd get the gist of it. Just click it on there and pop them out. Pop them out, work your way around the entire door panel. That's all it's held in by on this side. The other side has one screw right here. That's the only difference from the driver's side to the passenger side. So let's just start working our way around here. Alrighty, so from this point, I went ahead and shut the door, climbed back in. Everything is accessible now. We're gonna have to remove this little shielding. It's like a water dust covering shielding. So otherwise, we can't really reach anything. So we're gonna have to basically cut it right here. I brought a razor blade. We can just put a slice right here so that we can reach a rod that's behind this one. So we'll go ahead and grab a razor blade I brought, and I'll make a couple cuts here, right here, and right here, just so I can fold this out of the way. Alrighty, so just a couple cuts there. Like I said, we can fold it back up. It's got some sticky tape here. I'll put a little more so our seal is back. So the rod that we're going to be working with is that long one there, this one that goes behind this covering. So this is just a little styrofoam protection. You can just pull it right out. Easier with two hands, most of the jobs are. Got that out. So that rod runs directly to our actuator. This is our actuator right here. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the rod just at this point here. Now, being careful not to break it, we're gonna press down on this little part of the clip there. And it slides down, and then it just pulls out of that hole there. So once we go to put it back in, we're gonna slide it down and pop it into that hole, and then push that back up. So pop it out. Now that's fully accessible. And then we're gonna go over here to our door lock actuator. There's a clip, one clip on it right here. You're gonna push in the back, squeeze and pull out. Gonna be a little easier with two hands probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use two. So the part that we couldn't see is looking like that. You just push down on this clip here and then pull that out. So now we got our clip off, the rod exposed right in this hole. A little hard to see, let me grab my light here. In that hole is a T15 Torx. Let's see if I can get my camera in there. Yeah, not really. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a T15 Torx in there and pop that up. Okay guys, so we got that T15 out. Make sure you maybe put like a magnet down in here or hold a magnet in there. Oh look, some of my blood. Yeah, in the break we had some fun with this puppy. So it's a little more of a pain in the butt getting that screw. But so yeah, we got it out. So the whole thing comes out with the actuator itself with that rod. So I'll show you what that looks like here. So this is the whole rod with the actuator, the long rod that we had earlier. So we're actually going to be taking this rod, I'm getting more blood all over it, sorry. Taking this rod off of this one and reusing this rod. So I'll get the new one out and we'll set them side by side. Okay guys, so our part number, it's a Dorman. It is 746-259 if you need it. So when I first got this, I was like, oh no, I got the wrong part, because it just looks way bigger than the old one, but it is actually the right part. So the Dorman box comes with an additional little lever here that I actually had to swap on the driver's side. However, the one that's on it already matches up perfectly for the passenger side. So if you're doing the driver's side, remember to swap out this the white with the red little switch there. Okay, so let's go ahead and swap this rod here. Same as the other side, we're gonna pop up this green tab. We can be a little less careless with this one because we don't have to reuse this one. Maybe two hands. Okay, so just like earlier, I went ahead and just clipped that off, and now it's gonna pop out. And then we're just gonna go straight over to our new one. That's gonna slide up and clip in. All right, I just switch for two hands on that. But then we're just gonna pop the clip in, and then let's go lay it back in our place just as we took it out, guys. Pretty much do everything and repeat from here. So I hope this helped you guys out. Please click like, please click subscribe. Click on my name underneath this video for all my other how-to videos. And as always, guys, enjoy.